Hello friends, welcome to my channel Maths Made Simple. This is another video in the fraction series where we will be covering about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. To have a better understanding, please go through the videos talking about fraction basics and fraction simplification and equivalent fractions. So let's start with a quick recap of what a fraction is. A fraction usually represents the part of a whole. A fraction has two parts, numerator, which talks about the parts taken, and the denominator, which talks about the total parts in the whole. So here 2 is the numerator and 5 is the denominator. Let's talk about the four main operations on the fractions: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Addition of the fractions. If two fractions have the same denominator, then addition is a cakewalk. You need to keep the denominator same in the final sum, and you simply need to add the numerators. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 by 5. To visualize it, suppose I have a chocolate which is divided into 5 equal parts. My denominator is 5. So 1 by 5 means I have one piece of the chocolate. And 2 by 5 means I have two pieces of the whole chocolate when the chocolate is divided into 5 parts. Now adding these two, I will get 3 pieces. All pieces are same in size, so I can easily add them. So now I have 3 pieces out of the 5 pieces of the chocolate. So the final result is 3 by 5. Let's see more examples on addition of fractions which have same denominator. 2 by 7 plus 4 by 7. Again, both the fractions have the same denominator, so we can simply add the numerator, keeping the denominator same. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 by 7. Since denominator of both the fraction is same, it means the size of piece is same. So we can add the numerators directly. Let's take one more example. 11 by 13 plus 12 by 13. So again, denominator is same. So in the final sum also, denominator will be 13. I simply need to add the numerator. So it will be 33 by 13. So when the denominator is same, you need to keep the denominator same in the final sum and simply add the numerators. Addition of fractions with different denominators. So when denominator is different, we cannot directly add the numerators. Say 1 by 3 plus 2 by 5. So 1 by 3, the chocolate is divided in 3 equal pieces, and 2 by 5, the chocolate is divided in 5 equal pieces. So obviously the size of the piece of 2 by 5 is not same as the size of piece in case of 1 by 3. So we need to bring the denominator same. So how can we bring the denominator same? We will take the LCM of the denominators. So LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. We can take any other common multiple also of 3 and 5. But yes, with LCM, since it is the lowest common multiple, the calculations are a bit easier. So 1 by 3, I have to change to a number whose denominator is 15. So for that, 3 has been multiplied by 5 to get 15. So I need to multiply 1 also by 5. So that the value of fraction does not change and we get an equivalent fraction. You can refer the equivalent fraction video for more details. Similarly, 2 by 5 also I need to change it to a fraction whose denominator is 15. So 5 needs to be multiplied by 3 to get 15. So we need to multiply 2 also by 3 so that the value of fraction does not change. So now 1 by 3 has been transformed to 5 by 15 and 2 by 5 has been transformed to 6 by 15. So 1 by 3 plus 2 by 5 is equal to 5 by 15 plus 6 by 15. Now since denominator is same, we can keep the denominator same 15 and simply add the numerators. So 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 by 15 is my final answer. Let's see one more example. 2 by 3 plus 4 by 7. In this case, again, the denominators are different. So I need to take the LCM of the denominators, which is 21, and then I need to find the equivalent fractions which has the denominator 21. So for 2 by 3, to get the denominator 21, I need to multiply 3 by 7. So I will also multiply the numerator by 7, so that value of the fraction does not change. Again, for 4 by 7, I need to bring the denominator 21. So I need to multiply the denominator by 3. So I also need to multiply the numerator by 3. So that value of the fraction does not change. We need to find the equivalent fractions with the common denominator. And the common denominator is usually taken as the LCM of the denominators. Now, since the denominators are same, we can simply add the numerator to get the final answer. So this is the final answer. Now let's take one more example. 1 by 6 plus 4 by 3. Again, the denominators are not same. So I will take the LCM of the denominators, which is equal to 6. Now I will transform these fractions to the fraction with the denominator 6. So 6 multiplied by 1 will give me 6. So this fraction will remain the same. For this fraction, 3 needs to be multiplied by 2 to get the denominator 6. So in the same way, I need to multiply the numerator also by 2. So 4 into 2 is 8. So now the denominators are same. So I can simply add the numerators. 1 plus 8 will give me 9. 9 by 6. So 9 by 6 is my final answer. One more thing you can notice here, that 9 by 6 is not in the simplest form. So we can convert this fraction in the simplest form. So I can divide the numerator and denominator by the highest common factor 3, and I will get 3 by 2. Now 3 and 2 have no other common factors other than 1. They are co-prime numbers, and hence 3 by 2 is in the simplest form. So you can represent the final answer as 3 by 2 also. It is good to represent the final answer in the lowest or the simplest form. One more example, 5 by 13 plus 2 by 7. Here again, the denominators are different. So I will take the LCM of 13 and 7. I need to bring the denominator same, which will be 91. So now 5 by 13, I need to change it to a fraction whose denominator is 91. For that, I need to multiply 13 by 7. To get the equivalent fractions, we cannot only multiply the denominator. We also need to multiply the numerator by the same number, so that value of the fraction does not change. So we need to get the equivalent fraction. So it will be 35 by 91. Again, for 2 by 7, I need to multiply the denominator by 13 to get the denominator 91. So I will also multiply the numerator by 13 to get the equivalent fractions. We cannot only multiply the numerator or denominator. The value of the fraction should not change. So we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. Now, since denominators are same, so in the final sum also we will have the same denominator, and now we can simply add the numerator 61 by 91. So this is my final answer. Now let's discuss subtraction of fractions. When the denominator is same, it is again very simple. You simply need to subtract the numerators, keeping the denominator same. So 6 by 9 minus 4 by 9. Since the denominator is 9, we can just keep the denominator same and simply subtract the numerators. So it will be 2 by 9. 4 by 5 minus 2 by 5. We can keep the denominator same and we can subtract the numerators. 4 minus 2, so it will give me 2 by 5. 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3. Since denominator is same, I simply need to subtract the numerator while keeping the denominator same. So 1 by 3 will be the final answer. So when denominator is same, you simply need to subtract the numerators, keeping the denominator same. Quick visualization, 2 by 3. Suppose I have a pie, I have to divide it into 3 equal pieces. So earlier I had 2 pieces, 2 by 3. Now I gave away 1 by 3, I gave away 1 piece. So how much I am left with? Only 1 piece, which is 1/3 of this entire pie. Now what about the subtraction of fraction with different denominators? So same as the addition with different denominators, we need to bring the denominators to a common number. So if I have to subtract 5 by 6 minus 1 by 4, here denominators are different. So I will take the LCM of 6 and 4, which is equal to 12. So I will transform 5 by 6 to a fraction whose denominator is 12. So 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So I need to multiply the numerator also by the same number. Here also I need to transform it to a fraction whose denominator is 12. So 4 into 3 is 12. I need to multiply numerator also by the same number. Now since the denominator is same, I can simply subtract the numerator. So it will be 7 by 12. One more example, 2 by 3 minus 1 by 7. Here again denominators are different. I will take the LCM of 3 and 7, which is equal to 21. So 2 by 3 I will transform to a fraction where denominator is 21. For that I need to multiply numerator and denominator by same number. For that I need to multiply denominator by 7. To keep the value of fraction same or to get the equivalent fraction, I need to multiply the numerator also by 7. So 14 by 21 minus. For this fraction also, I need to multiply the denominator by 3. So to get the equivalent fraction, I need to multiply the numerator also by 3. Now since the denominator is same, I can simply subtract the numerator. I will get 11 by 21. If the final answer is not in the simplest form, and if the numerator and denominator have some common factor, then you can convert it into the simplest form by dividing the numerator and denominator with the highest common factor. Now let's talk about multiplication of the fractions. Multiplication of fractions is super easy. You need to multiply the numerators with numerator, denominators with denominators. So 2 by 3 into 4 by 15. Multiply 2 with 4, it is 8. And 3 to 15, it is 45. So 8 by 45 is your final answer. One more example, 1 by 7 into 3 by 5. Multiply 1 with 3, numerator with numerator, and denominator with denominator. 7 into 5 is 35. So 3 by 35 is your final answer. If your final answer is not in the simplest form, you can convert it into the simplest form by dividing the numerator and denominator with their highest common factor. Suppose I need to multiply 2 by 3 by 6 by 9. If I multiply numerator with numerator, I will get 12. 3 into 9, 27. This is the final answer. But again, I can convert it into the simplest form. As 12 and 27 have a highest common factor 3, I can divide the numerator and denominator by 3 and I will get 4 by 9. Let's take one more example. 1 by 5 into 5 by 6. So you will get 5. 1 into 5 is 5. 5 into 6 is 30. So 5 by 30 is the final answer. You can convert this fraction in the simplest form. You can divide the numerator and denominator by the highest common factor of the numerator and denominator. So you will get 1 by 6. Now let's talk about the division of fractions. So in case of division of the fractions, when we divide the first number by second number, we can multiply the first number by the reciprocal of the second number. So what is reciprocal? Reciprocal of 1 by 2 will be 2 by 1 or simply 2. Reciprocal of 3 by 5 will be 5 by 3. So basically numerator changes to denominator and denominator changes to the numerator. So if I have to divide 3 by 4 by 2 by 5, I will flip the 2 by 5. So here 2 by 5 is the divisor, 3 by 4 is the dividend. So I will flip the divisor. So 3 by 4 into 5 by 2, and then we will follow the simple multiplication procedure. Multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So very simple. Now since it is an improper fraction, you can convert it into the mixed fraction, which we have already discussed in another video. Let's see one more example. 2 by 3 divided by 1 by 4. Very simple. 2 by 3 keeping same. We have to flip the divisor. We have to multiply 2 by 3 by the reciprocal of the divisor. So 2 by 3 into 4 by 1. So multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. We get 8 by 3. Converting it into the mixed fraction, 2 by 3. Take one more example, 13 by 17 divided by 3 by 5. We just need to flip the divisor. We need to multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. So we simply need to multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. Let's take quickly one more example, 13 by 17 divided by 2 by 3. So I will flip the divisor, 13 by 17 into 3 by 2. I need to, now it is a simple multiplication of fractions. So multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So we will get 39 by 34. I can convert this improper fraction in a proper fraction. It is a good practice to represent the final answer in the proper fraction terms and the simplest terms. A quick summary. For addition and subtraction, you need to make the denominator same. Once the denominators are same, you can simply add or subtract the numerators. Please note that while changing the denominator, we also need to change the numerator so that the value of fraction remains the same. For multiplication of the fractions, you multiply the numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. For division of the fractions, you need to flip the second fraction, or you need to flip the divisor and then carry out the multiplication. Please note, it is a good practice to have the final result in the simplest form and in the proper fraction form. These are practice questions for you. Please try them on your own. In case of any doubt, please leave a comment. I will reply to them. That's it for today. Thank you. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.